Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me for our newest segment here on the channel, GWP Wrestling News. So, in just a second, I'm going to bring up my homepage news feed when I get on my web browser. It's set to have entertainment and wrestling news all the time. I don't get all the other BS and negativity of the world, just the negativity of the wrestling world. So, we're going to pull up on here. I got a couple articles I already clicked on that we're going to take a look at, and we'll see what else we've got going for this week. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right. So the first thing we got, we'll go through this scroll here. So here's the list of WWE stars that CM Punk wants to fight after elevating Drew McIntyre. Oh, we're definitely going to take a look at that. Every real wrestler cameo in heels so far. Oh, we don't need to go there. We'll click through here real quick. See if there's anything else. Tommy Dreamer discusses potential surprises for WWE NXT's CW premiere. Okay, we'll take a look. Okay. 27 best John Wayne film. Very nice. All right. Now, oh good. Y'all aren't seeing that pop up. Da-da-da. You scroll down, see if there's any little extra articles here. AEW retires Legacy Championship at Dynamite. Yep. That was Hook retiring the FTW title. Get it back to Taz. Pretty cool little scene. Nicholas Jackson misses competing with WWE NXT on Wednesdays. You know what? I think the product was definitely better when they were having to compete. That was the whole issue with WWE's product. When they didn't have any competition, the product wasn't as good. So, John Moxley defeated Darby Allin at Grand Slam and will face Bryan Danielson at Wrestle Kingdom. Yes, that was all last night. One other thing I'll bring up, I don't have the article, I don't think at the moment pulled up, but MVP debuted on Dynamite last night. So he is now in AEW and looking to hinting at hinting at bringing Swerve Strickland in, and sounds like he's hinting at a new Hurt Business. So me and Chris were texting back and forth last night, and I kind of said, if we've got, let's go ahead and click that first article. If we've got MVP, Bobby Lashley's probably not far behind. So could be an interesting new Hurt Business. I don't think he's got the Hurt Business. We talked about it on the podcast not long ago. He's got some trademarks that he filed for once they got released. So, all right, let's take a look at this first article. Tommy Dreamer discusses potential surprises for NXT's CW premiere. So, all right, next Tuesday they premiere on the CW. See if we can get through all of this. Tommy Dreamer outlined who he believes could make a shocking appearance. First off, right here, Ricky Starks. He says, I don't know, would that be a cool surprise? It would be a cool surprise for that show. I think Joe Hendry would be a nicer surprise to trump Ethan. I mean, I don't know that Hendry would be a big surprise, but it'd be cool. Ricky Starks would be cool. But again, you had the moment with CM Punk and Joe Hendry. So Dreamer also explained that he was impressed with the backstage promo between Punk and Paige on the latest NXT. But wishes their banter could have taken place in front of a live crowd due to how great their interaction was. Yep. Okay, so looks like his biggest takeaway is we might possibly see Ricky Starks. Let me know in the comments what you think. Is Ricky Starks going to debut in NXT next week when they hit the CW? So very interesting. Very interesting take. All right. So let's go to the list of WWE stars that CM Punk wants to fight after elevating Drew McIntyre. Go ahead and hit that like button if you're enjoying the wrestling news segment. Let me know what you think. If you hadn't already, make sure you're subscribed as well. Let's see. Okay, we got all this stuff about what he's doing right now. Now on to Punk's wish list of future matches. This is not a list. No, okay. It's a fair mix of people that I've already seen in the ring with, already been seen in the ring with, and people that I haven't. I think getting back in the ring with guys like Rey Mysterio or John Cena, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. I think there's fun stuff to do there. But then there's the crop of people that I've never been in the ring with. Chad Gable is one that really sticks out. I like watching Ludwig Kaiser. I think he's pretty incredible. Definitely. Gunther, obviously. Punk and Gunther. Punk and Gunther would be fun. I think they would have a good rivalry. So it's a fair mix of people that I have existed with in the past, and then there's just people that I haven't been on screen with. I did some dark matches with Dominic Mysterio, and I think I could do some pretty good television with him. I think him and Liv are spectacular. Damian Priest is another one. Okay, Punk and Priest. I got a loose promise with him that me and him are going to main event the Garden. He was supposed to main event the Garden in a dark match, and he had really bad flight trouble a couple months back, so he didn't make it. So I owe him that. At least I think I told him that. So the answer, unfortunately, is everybody. So Punk wants to really run the gauntlet and see who all he can get in the ring with. So that's cool. There's no problem with that. A lot of those would be really interesting. I think we've talked about it on the podcast. John Cena, they're definitely going to mix it up. On Cena's Last Dance thing he got going, about to start up, Punk and Cena are definitely going to mix it up. I mean, if they don't within that thing, somebody's failing at TKO WWE. I say TKO because I don't think WWE is going to let that slip through. All right, let's take a look. All right, so I found these earlier. Roman Reigns announced for a slate of upcoming WWE SmackDown dates. Let's see. The original Tribal Chief is back, and it appears that Roman Reigns will not be taking another break after the upcoming Bad Blood PLE. Very good. As he prepares for war against his family and the bloodline, the man who usurped his throne, Solo Sikoa. According to PW Insider, Reigns has been announced for every WWE SmackDown date from October 11th through November 22nd. This means Reigns will not be going anywhere between Bad Blood and Survivor Series on November 30th. With this schedule, Reigns will likely be involved in the Crown Jewel event in Saudi Arabia in early November. Okay, pretty cool. And then the last one, this is SB Nation Rumor Roundup. AJ Styles WWE feature. I'm not a very good news person anchor. AJ Styles WWE Future, Bad Blood main event, and Vince McMahon. God almighty. It's awful. If I wasn't the one doing it, I'd fire myself. Vince McMahon PR and more. Wow. That's what I get for trying to read a headline. All right. Rumors of the day. Let's get through. We don't need the intro article part. Rumors of the day. AJ Styles' WWE contract is set to expire either late this year or early next year. That's per Fightful Select. It's not known if WWE has approached him to negotiate a new deal or extension or what Styles' plans are. Very interesting. What do we think AJ Styles is going to do? Let's hear it down in the comments. Is he about to retire? Or could he be joining his elites? Or is he just going to stay with WWE and fill out a last run and be done with it? Let me know in the comments. Following recent speculation about an Alexa Bliss return, PW Insider Elite reports Bliss isn't scheduled for a WWE comeback anytime soon. One source told the site they don't expect her back until after the holiday season. Oh, woe is me. That's about 3 months. So I guess they may be holding her back for Netflix. Okay. Uh, while they've heard the final decision has not been made, PW Insider says that some in WWE want Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus the Bloodline to close Bad Blood rather than Punk and Drew. Um, you know what? I'd say Punk and Drew. Go ahead and close the show with Hell in a Cell. You know, I think that's the way to go. Anyways, next down, Insider confirmed an earlier Wrestling Observer newsletter report that Punk and McIntyre's match was originally planned for the main event, as the show falls on the anniversary of the last Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood in 1997. Oh, that's cool. However, some are now arguing that Cody and Roman would main since it will be their first time tagging together and because the show is taking place in Atlanta, a city they both have ties to. You know what's really sad is I really and truthfully, I have no interest in Cody and Roman tagging. I have interest in Roman and what he does with his family. And I'm ready for Punk and Drew to be over. So either of these main events just aren't going to sit high up on the card for us here at GWP. So um, you know, whichever one main events, it's not really that big a deal. But I think I'm sure they'll go with Cody and Roman, but I think Drew and Punk doing the main event with the Hell in a Cell is probably the better way to go. But no, leave your opinion down below. Okay. After WrestleNomics and Post Wrestling broke the news that crisis management PR firm Citric and Company was no longer representing Vince McMahon, Wrestling Observer followed up that McMahon has hired another with the same specialty. Okay, that's not exciting news. TNA's parent company filed a trademark claim on Santino Marella in 2022 after WWE let theirs lapse, but WWE recently requested an extension in order to submit their opposition to the claim. Hell. Oh. Well, I hope that didn't affect what y'all saw because all my just blacked out on me. Anyways, all right. So let's anything pop up down here that we hadn't seen yet. Oh, here's let's go ahead and close out the news show with this. WWE reveals date and location for the first ever 2-night SummerSlam. So let's see. We know it's going to be Saturday, August 2nd through Sunday, August 3rd, 2025. And it will be at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. So, all right, that's cool. However, I don't think I like the idea of the 2-night pay-per-views. I never liked 2-night WrestleManias. Um, in my opinion, I'd have to check with the other half of Gladiator Wrestling Podcast to get his opinion on the matter. We'll check in with him on Sunday. But as far as I'm concerned, having a 2-night pay-per-view is a cash grab, it feels like, because you can't just buy a SummerSlam ticket. You got to buy SummerSlam Night 1 and SummerSlam Night 2. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to sell a bundle ticket, but a bundle ticket's not going to save you any money, probably. I just don't like the double night ones. I know it sets up for these cities to throw this big giant week long hoorah like they do for WrestleMania, and SummerSlam is a big event, and I get that, but I really don't see the need for doing 2 nights. You know, I've complained a lot on the podcast about how they never defend the tag titles at pay-per-views. I'm sorry, PLEs, except for WrestleMania now. They don't make room for the tag titles, and half the time they don't make room for Intercontinental and U.S. titles, except for the big four. They might get those in, but and I don't like that. Like, I'm not saying every PLE should have every title defended, but uh, if you're going to have a title defense and you know you're doing it and you've been running up to it, why have it on the night before and not on the PLE? And I know their answer is obviously we're going to do 2 night PLEs. I'm just not down for it. So, anyways, that's going to do it for our first edition of GWP Wrestling News. We'll be coming to you every Thursday with all the latest news and rumors that have come out on the internet for the week. Obviously, we're going into SmackDown tomorrow night, so a lot of things are going to come up. We got Bad Blood coming up, so a lot of things coming up pretty soon. Be a lot more news. So please let me know in the comments down below. If you liked this segment, if there's a way for me to improve it for you, let me know in the comments. Please go ahead and hit that like button. And if you hadn't already, go ahead and subscribe. When you subscribe to the Gladiator Wrestling Podcast channel, you're going to get live podcasts every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central, where we'll deep dive into some of these news articles we find a lot further. You're also going to get wrestling figure unboxings and reviews all throughout the week. We've been known to do some giveaways, and we're trying to get to a point where we're able to do some more of those. They're a lot of fun, and we really enjoy doing those. So all that requires your support with the likes and the subscribes and the comments, and that all helps that algorithm. So thank you in advance for all that. Thank you for watching. Gladiator out.